Hi folks. All fun aside, the wigs, love the wigs. Do I wear the wigs? No, I don't wear the wigs. So all fun aside, this is what we're gonna do. If I look at this, I'm thinking it should turn to this. And up here should turn to this. Not sure if it'll be a balayage or not, but it is permanent hair dye. So that's what we're going to do today. I haven't washed my hair. When you use permanent hair dye, you don't want to wash your hair for a couple days. So that's why it looks the way it looks, because I was intending to do something like this. So let's get to it. Hi folks, it's Sugawoo. So we're going to dye our hair with the Revlon. I think I'll give it one more time and then we'll go possibly gray. So that'll probably happen in, I don't know, 4 months or 3 or 4 months or something like that. The next thing we need to do is part the hair. That way we can concentrate on the bottom first, because the top will go lighter a little earlier or later. Doesn't take that long. So we'll start down here at the bottom. And I have 2. With all this hair, you have to have 2. So I'm not a perfectionist at this, but I just put it on and just squeeze it on. Know all this. But then the cream, you punch it and it starts coming out. Then you just put it in the bottle. And again, I don't know if this is the developer's 30 or 40. I know it's not a 10 or 20. And then you leave it on your hair for approximately 25 minutes. Okay, folks, have the gloves on because of the nails. Put everything in here. All you gotta do is shake it. Then I leave a little air in it, squeeze out the air and shake it. That way it mixes very well. It's already starting to turn. You can't see it, but I can. And again, I have my old shirt on. You can tell I've dyed many a times in this. Then we're going to start down here. Going to take little small sections. I'm just going to put it in my hand in small sections. And just apply it. Another little section. Just want to make sure I try to coat what I can coat. Every time I do this, my husband walks in and says, "Oh my goodness, that smells so bad." So I'm probably going to use that one whole bottle on this lower half. As you can tell, look at the brown hair I had. You can even see where how long it's been. And again, I ain't a perfectionist at this. I don't claim to be. I don't want it perfect. Because if it's at the root, I don't care. I don't show the roots too much anyway. And you do leave it on for 25 minutes. I just want to make sure I have enough of this. And then I'll go back over that. So here's this side. And then we'll start Man, I really was tossing that up or down to see if I wanted to do that gray instead. I had it in my hand a couple times, and I couldn't make my mind up. So I thought, you know what, don't do it unless you seriously have your mind made up. Stick with your blonde, because I'm not a natural blonde. My hair is natural brown. Yeah, it's really starting to come together here. Then when I get it into the top, what I'll do is I'll just go back in and do the roots, because I like to do the roots last. That way it's like a little bit of a balayage. So this is the real deal. And again, I don't care if it gets on the shirt, because I've used this shirt I don't know how many times. Yeah, I'm just putting it on. Let me put it up in here, because this is where it doesn't like to take this. I don't know why this is so hard right here to dye. Alright, let's take this down. And we'll do this section over here. Like I said, this is probably going to take 2 bottles, which is okay. Yeah, I used to dye my hair all the time. But as I'm getting older, I'm feeling it's really not necessary. And again, not a perfectionist, not claiming to be. Just want to try to get as much on this as I can. And I have a mirror. Actually, I'm standing in front of the mirror. So if you see me looking that way, I'm actually looking at the mirror. It's already starting to turn. Actually, oh no, it's starting to turn pink. Goodness, I don't want pink hair. Well, let me tell you the reason why I had pink hair. So, like I said, I had many hair dyes. So I needed some activator, so I took it out of the red and used it in a blonde. And then I had red hair dye that wasn't in an activator. I just had it sitting out, and I thought it was blonde because it had I had a lady that had blonde hair on it, and I used it, and I was like, oh no. So then I was like, oh my gosh. So it kind of like turned pink. So I wasn't happy. So you can see the pink. But I got to put enough hair dye on it for it to pull out. So I'm almost done this bottle. Like I said, I'm probably only going to need half of the other bottle. But I'm really going to saturate my hair. And this is my part, so I want to make sure that that gets done correctly. And then we're just going to keep going with it. That's a big piece. I don't want that big piece. Little sections. Yeah, I can see the pink in the mirror. That's why I have two 2 bottles of this. And it does need to stay on for 25 minutes. Let's go up in here a little bit. And again, I'm not going to go pay a hairdresser $80 to do this when I could do it for 10. Might not be perfect, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm all about saving money. Even though I like to spend money, I like to save money. There's a piece of hair right here. Oh, one's over here. All right. Gonna have to open up this other one. The one thing you don't want to do is just think you get away with one when you really should have had 2. Now, if you have short hair, you can use 1. Again, this is an issue right here. Don't know why it doesn't dye. Always want to get it in the front because I always miss something. I'm not sure how that happens. Alright, I have it in there, but I have a feeling that we're going to need the other one. I should actually be letting you see what I'm doing in this mirror. Use my shirt to take this glove off. Then we're going to open up the other one. Number 2. So we know the drill with the activator and then number 2. Just crack it open. Throw that in the garbage. Open that up. It'd probably be easier if I just left that cap on and shook it, but I like to get a little air in there so it mixes better. Puncture that. Throw that in there. And then just push this down. Okay. Putting the gloves back on. It's starting to burn my ear a little bit right there. I don't know why. Get that off my ear. Okay. So now I'm gonna mix this up. It really does look brown though. Can you see it looks brown? But it's always darker until it dries. Oh, don't know how that happened. I know a couple times I did bread, and let me tell you what, I got red dye on the final. Which I don't think the husband was too happy with that. But you know what? It is what it is. Get that little thing right there. Oh, I hate that. But the good news is I lost more weight, and I think I have my what do they call that? I don't know. It just burns fat now. It's burning it correctly, and so now I'm just going to apply this to saturate my hair. Let me get the back a little bit. Get the back. Make sure I get it back here. And the crown all over the place. Because a lot of people miss their back. All right, let's just pile it on here. Now I'm going to just lather it all over the place. I really should have went gray. And I'm pounding it down because there's still that much in there. I don't think I need it all. Oh, I should have took my necklace off. I can see it in there. See, there's a whole bunch left in there. Okay. Let me see if there's anything in this other one. Nope, not really. Yeah, there was. It's a good amount. There's a good amount in there. I don't think I need all that. But anyway, we're just going to put it on all over the place. That way it's set. Now you shouldn't knead it into your head, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'll tell you what, women are high maintenance. Well, some people are. I'm not. This hair dye was like, I don't know, 2 for $10 or something like that. Which is okay. And I'm not going to touch the eyebrows. Again, I like the eyebrows. I like them how they're dark they are. So, we're going to let this sit for 25 minutes. Then I'm going to rinse it out. Then we're going to see what we're working with. And again, I'm just trying to make sure it's on all this hair. Because I don't know why I miss this right here all the time. Right in here gets missed. And then I find some hairs that are right, especially right there. Just want to make sure I get enough there. That it's there. Alright, so I'm going to put a cap on here. Gonna put some heat on that. Gloves. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Behind the ears. I think we're okay. Take the gloves off. Put them inside out. Throw that here. I have a nice little bag. And it's what I'm working with. So I will see you back in 1 second. Okay, folks. It really got blonde. Can you see? It's time. Let's take this off. Throw that out. Yeah, it went a little blonde, so that's okay. I really don't want to touch this. It's really blonde. I don't want to touch this with my nails. So I don't want it to come off. So it's time. And like I said, it's always darker until you wash it and dry it, and then it gets more blonde. So let's just crack it. Let's see what's going on up in here. Oh, it kind of looks like a brown blonde. like a blonde. That's cool. Hopefully it took it right here. Like I said, that's my problem areas. So let me rinse this out. I don't know if it did anything at all. It should have. But anyway, even if it went balayage, that's cool. Okay, let's see what it's gonna look like. I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so this is the big reveal. I've not seen it yet. So it really doesn't look like it did too much. But in fact, it will get lighter. I don't have a brush right here. Yeah, you can tell it really got light. So I don't know if I'll have a balayage at the bottom or the top. I think I'm going to have the balayage at the bottom. Anyway, let's see what this looks like when it dries. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be really, really light. Okay, so it dried a little bit. You see how blonde this got right here? I mean, it's really blonde. Really, really blonde.